NATO official admits comments on Ukraine giving up territory to gain membership were a mistake.
Here's a summary of the article.
We and our partners collect information from your device, such as device identifiers, IP address, and your browser type to personalize and deliver content, marketing and advertising across devices and platforms, for analytics and measurement, so we can improve our services and develop new ones, to match and combine offline data with your online activity, and for social features. Ads can be shown to you based on the content you're viewing, the app you're using, your approximate location, or your device type. These cookies are used to collect data about your browsing habits, use of the services, your preferences, and your interaction with advertisements across platforms and devices for the purpose of delivering targeted advertising content, both on our services and on third-party sites. Third-party sites and services also use targeting cookies to deliver content, including advertisements relevant to your interests on the services. Personalized content, content measurement, audience insights, and product development. Personalized content can be shown to you based on a profile about you. A profile can be built about you and your interests to show you personalized content that is relevant to you.
This post received a score of 3,900, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
When Argentina invaded the Falkland Islands, the CIA put together, behind closed doors without consulting either party, a detailed compensation plan involving the islands becoming part of Argentina in return for substantial remuneration to the UK. The UK responded to the overreaching tools in the CIA in exactly the same way Ukraine responded to this NATO official, and quite right too. Sovereignty is a matter for the people who live there and nobody else.
Negotiated loss of territory is always a real, possible outcome, and sometimes the invaded nation has to accept it whether they like it or not. That's just the simple truth. And so naturally you would expect NATO or other power brokers to plan out the possibility. However, it's not something that should be talked about openly, since it can shape public opinion, negotiations, and even the war itself. So plan for the possibility, but don't talk about it.
That's all fine, as long as Ukraine makes the decision. Personally, I think the rest of the world will lose all integrity and its own security if Russia retains 1 inch of Ukraine, and the only way they can possibly do that is publicly perceived cracks in unity, such as are caused by comments like this bubbling to the surface. Which is kind of what you're saying, except I am absolute about Russia losing this war. They will, for certain.
Greater than I think the rest of the world will lose all integrity and its own security if Russia retains 1 inch of Ukraine. Well, yeah, because that's appeasement, and we all know how that went the last time a dictator was given that.
There is a possibility that he said this because the NATO wants to test the response from NATO members and public about this solution. If the response is fine, then they will officially push it as a plan, and if it does not go well, then they will say it is a mistake.
There's a reason it came from an advisor.
This type of solution has been a problem, primarily out of European diplomats and policy makers. Jensen is Norwegian, and we've seen similar blunders out of German, UK, and French, especially French, diplomats, heads of state. It seems incredible at this point that anyone would recommend appeasement as an effective approach with Russia, but especially so coming out of Europeans. Putin is a known entity, stop pretending otherwise.
Appeasing Russia didn't work the first time when we all sat on our thumbs when they stole Crimea, didn't work with Hitler when he was given Czech lands, and it won't work with Russia again if they're allowed to take a single more inch outside their border.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.